All right, I'm delighted to be joined by the middleweight banger that is Denzel Bentley. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, mate. So, Saturday night, you're fighting Mick Hall. What do you know about him?
I searched him up when I found out I was fighting him. So from what I've seen, he can box a bit. He likes to box on the back foot, be slick. He's only lost to one man, Jack Armfield. Not a bad loss. Jack Armfield is a good fighter. I'm not sure if he's still active though, but he's a good fighter. And he's coming to win. I know he's coming to win. Bumped into him today in the lift. He looked like he was ready. He looked like he wanted to fight. So that's a good thing.
Did you have a chat?
Yeah, I gave him another smile. Yeah. He's bumped fists, but it's all right. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
That's okay. You can admit that you bump fists in the lift, and potentially you'll be bumping your fist with his head on Saturday.
Yeah, like that. That's what I'd be doing. I was just letting him know which knuckle's going to hit him in the head.
Exactly that. Now, you're a big puncher, right? That's kind of what you're getting a reputation for. Big punches sound different in that studio.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to hearing what they sound like, sort of in a sick way?
Yeah, I want to watch it back and hear what they sound like and see what shots I caught with so I can say, ooh. But ultimately, it's going to be a good fight. I've heard he's going to make it hard for me to hit him, so I'll have to find my way to try and hit him, but I'm sure I'll land the shot at some point, and when I do, I'm sure everyone will hear it. And if he feels it, he might go down, he might stay up, you just have to see. But I'll be testing his body and his head and seeing how much he can take.
How much do you think he can take?
I don't know. He's never been stopped. He's retired on his stool. That's about it. So he probably can take a fair bit, but he might have to end up being pulled out or something. But I think it'll be a good fight anyway. Maybe not. It could go the distance. I'm ready for 10 rounds. If it does go the distance, I'm not really bothered. Knockout or stoppage would be nice to continue my streak. But if it don't go that way, it don't go that way.
And if you get him hurt, normally if you get a fighter hurt, say like the Kelsey Ball fight, Royal Albert Hall, as soon as you did sort of wobble him, your fans went mad. Yeah. And that probably encouraged you to jump on him. Yeah. They're not going to be here this time. What do you think about that?
I think it'll be alright. I've still got my corner. When I wobbled him, as well as my crowd and supporters getting mad, I had Martin and Ray saying on him, and that kind of shook me up as well. So I still have that, so I should be on point. Yeah.
That's the thing. Because we had Khamzat Chimaev who boxed on the first show back, and he said he knocked his opponent down in the first round, and he said if his fans had been there, he probably would have gone in for the kill. But because he actually had his corner there saying like, you know, relax yourself, calm down, take your time, kind of thing, it then went a further 6 rounds. So do you think Martin will be telling you jump on him, or will he be sort of saying, oh, calm yourself down, Denzel?
No, he'd definitely be telling me to jump on him. If I got him hurt, he would tell me to jump on him. And if he don't go, then you step back and whatever. Or if he goes down, we're not just going to rush him again. We'll take the time, find another opening, and do what needs to be done. Khamzat made a good point there. He probably would have been riled up by his crowd and been like, oh, I'm going to go for it now, and start putting more shots together and stopped him. But ultimately, I thought he boxed well. I thought he done what he needed to do, and he ended up stopping the guy anyway. So whether it was in the first round or the 7th round, a stoppage is a stoppage. Exactly
that. Now, it is Mick Hall on Saturday, but that wasn't top of your list. No. Mark Heffron, Marcus Morrison, these seem to be fights that were linked with you. Yeah. From your perspective, what happened? I don't know, I think all these marks got something wrong with their bottle. I don't know what's going on. No, I'm playing, but I don't know what happened with Marcus Morrison. They may have not taken the fight in the beginning, and we may not have been told, or they may have took it and pulled out. Who knows? I just know the fight got put to me. I said yes. I thought that was the fight I was having, and that's what I was getting ready for. Mark Heffron, that's the fight I've been calling for ages. He's recently come out and said he's never turned it down, so I'm not sure why it hasn't been made. He's also come out and said he's asked for me and all these other things, which is nice to know. I'm here if he's looking for me, but I got a fight to focus on Saturday. I got to get past that before I think about either one of those guys, because I've got an opponent now, and if I overlook this guy, then fights are cancelled anyway. So when I'm done with them, I'll go back and troll them on Twitter. No, you're getting quite good on your Twitter.
Yeah,
like, even like with Liam Williams a few months back, you were going back and forth with him. What happened there?
I can't really remember. I think he bit on an interview I had and said something about come to the gym and we could spar, and I just came back and said I don't want to spar, I want to have a real fight and things like that, and then he started getting angry. But funny enough, I saw him at the fight, we boxed in the same show in December, and I spoke to him. I was like, yo, I don't mean any disrespect, but I want that title. I'm going to come for it. He's like, nah, I was just making weight. When I'm making weight, I'm angry. And I just went on to say, listen, if the fight happens, though, I will be ready. And he kind of brushed it off like I wasn't being serious, but I'm being very serious. But I'm just always laughing, so I think everyone thinks I'm just joking about. But it is what it is. He's a fighter that's in my division. I think I'm going to do well in the sport. And he is doing well currently in the sport, so eventually we'll cross paths, whether it's sooner or later. It is what it is. I'm going to have to fight him at some point if I want to be at the top level, especially where he's number one in the country. So, it's a fight that can happen whenever, really. But the longer it takes, the better I get and the more chance I have.
Right now, is it a case of you have got eyes? Obviously, you've got Mick Hall on Saturday, but bigger picture, you are thinking about that British title. It only makes sense for you to go after it. And all the time Liam Williams has it, you've got your eyes on him a bit.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it is. I want that British title. I want to fight for it as soon as possible. So just waiting for him to vacate because he's mandatory for a world title. So I don't see why he doesn't vacate and move on and to his world title and let Oslo fight for it. But essentially, I want that title. And if he has it, as I'm stepping up and I get mandated for it, that's the fight I'll be calling, I'll be pushing for as a mandatory challenger. I don't want to wait around to fight for a British title for another 2-3 years, like just because he's holding on to it and no one else wants to fight him. I don't hear no one else in the country at middleweight calling for that British title. I don't hear anyone. So why not be me? You know what I'm trying to say? If we get there and it happens, he vacates, it's good. It's even better than what it is. But if he doesn't, then eventually I'm going to keep climbing up the rankings. Someone's going to be mandated, I may be mandated, and if I am, I'll take it.
It looks like, if it all goes well for Liam Williams, he'll be in there with Demetrius Andrade. Yeah. Unless Andrade vacates and moves up, fights Saunders or something like that. How do you rate Liam Williams' chances against Demetrius Andrade?
It's tough. I think he'll do better than Luke Keeler, but he may not win. I think I rate Andrade highly, that's why. Nothing to do with Liam Williams' skill set. I just rate Andrade highly. He's undefeated, he hasn't been beaten. I know Williams had them 2 losses to Liam Smith. He's grown a lot since then and he's better since then, and it's at middleweight, different weight class and stuff. But Andre's a slicker fighter than Liam Williams. Liam Smith can be more spiteful than Liam Smith and has more in his locker than Liam Smith. So even though he's outgrown that performance, I think he may still struggle against someone of that calibre. But I think he will do well.
Looking even higher than that, £168, which is where Canelo is currently campaigning. Do you think there's anyone out there that can beat him?
Nah, I'll be honest with you. I think there's guys out there that will put up a good performance, but all these names that they're throwing out there, I don't think is good enough to beat Canelo. I rate him that highly. He's joint pound for pound number 1 with Terence Crawford for me. And the people that they're naming ain't even on the top 5 pound for pound list, so it's a bit far-fetched. I know these guys are all British contenders and we want to see them do well, and if they can beat him, I'll be happy for them. We're all British, it's good for British boxing and stuff, and I will never say no one's good enough to fight him because everyone deserves that chance, and if they can beat him, maybe Canelo has a bad day, they're good enough to be in there with him. All the names that's been mentioned, good enough to be in there with him, so good luck to them, but I just don't think anyone beats Canelo when he's 100%.
And back to this weekend, it's a bit of a Peacock Gym invasion. It's yourself.
Yeah, I'm taking over.
You got Chris Brook, got Louis Lynn. How do you think they're going to get on in their fights? Obviously, you're just going to say, well, they're going to win. But break it down a little bit for me. Chris Brook against Ramis Mahmoud.
It's a good fight, but it's a good fight for Chris. Everyone keeps saying about it's a good fight, Ramis Mahmoud, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's 11-0. He's a good fighter. He's not really a big puncher, so I don't see that as a threat to Chris. So Chris should be able to push him back, and Chris can work for 10 rounds. I've seen it in the gym. So he should be able to do it on the night. It won't be any different. Ramis Mahmoud's won the Southern Air before, the weight above. So it's a good fight for Chris, and when he beats him, his name rings bells, and everyone's going to start calling on Chris like, oh, he's a good fighter. But then you might turn around and say, oh, Ramis Mahmoud was rubbish. But so far, it's labelled a 50-50 fight, which was good for Chris's profile after he beats him. But I think Chris beats him convincingly, and if he doesn't stop him, he beats him unanimously wide.
What about Louis Lynn then, who's often sparring Chris? I bet you get to see some of those spars.
Yeah, I enjoy every second of it. Louis is a nutter. Louis is a nutter. I love Louis. Louis going to give it 100% from the minute that bell rings. I think he's going to stop his guy too. I think it'd be too much. I think it's very hard to put up with Louis' work rate. You have to be a level above to put up with Louis' work rate. or on that level, because from the first to the last round, he's putting in the same work rate. He doesn't slow down for anyone. When he lands these shots, he gets hungrier, puts more shots together. He hardly ever throws single shots. So if you get hit with one, get prepared to get hit with another 3 or 4. So he's coming. I think he's going to do very well in this fight, and I think it's his time to shine. I think it's all of our time to shine. I think after this, we will probably all potentially be TV fighters, and I'm excited about it.
How was your COVID test yesterday?
Oh, I know I said it was good, but it was horrible. Oh my days. I just closed my eyes and whatever happened. I started gagging a little bit. Didn't expect it. I'd never done it before. Never had nothing pushed far down my throat before either. So it was a bit uncomfortable. But and it was ticklish around the nose, but it was all right. It didn't last long, so it was good. But I didn't like it. I wouldn't do it again.
You may have to do it again.
I may have to, but I wouldn't want to do it again, I should say. Yeah.
Finally, Denzel, what's going to happen Saturday night?
I'll win for Denzel. I win for Mr. T Sharp.
You going to stick with that Too Sharp? You got any other nicknames coming in, or are you just going to go with Too Sharp throughout your career?
Too Sharp's what's ringing bells right now. That's what my family and my supporters like, so I'll stick with that. But I like the names you lot throw out there as well. Batsy Banger, Big Banger, all of these other things. I think I saw one on Insta after the last fight, Bentley Bangs or something. I can't remember, but I like all of them. So keep throwing them out there, it might stick.
We will do. Denzel, great speaking to you, and good luck for Saturday.
Nice one, thank you.